Welcome to Arts North, your connection to everything art in Northern BC. I'm your host, Michael Cast. On this segment of Arts North, we introduce you to Darin Corbiere, his journey to Northern BC, and his unique Indigenous art.
My name is Darin Corbiere. I am Anishinaabe from Ontario, around the Great Lakes region. My artwork style is, I guess, loosely based on what would be called the woodland style of art, that woodland genre made famous by Morrisseau. And I work exclusively on white ash wood. The wood speaks to me, sort of like tells me these stories. I would look at the grains of the planks of wood and it would, I would see an image, or I would hear the story that it would be telling me. The wood I use, the wood that speaks to me is white ash, and it's predominantly in Ontario. It's a hardwood, has properties that are similar to oak. They're dying, they're going extinct, and I think they understand collectively that they're not going to last much longer, and so they want to pass these stories on, right? And I just happen to be able to read or envision the stories that they're trying to tell. I knocked over a little bottle of India ink, and it spread out, and it just caught the grain, and these images started to appear. And I think that's probably when I first heard the voices, if you want to call it that. Some of the other materials that I've been using in my artwork, initially it was inks, not inks, highlighters, markers, and like a black ink, like a pens from the dollar store, of all places. I've moved away from that. I was introduced again to alcohol inks, and I think my skill, my finesse developed a little more over a couple of years of working with the artwork, and so I was able to add more details and able to work better with things like paintbrushes and stuff like that. So I began using those things in the artwork as well. When I first did my artwork, I would only do the top side or the front side, the side that people would see. And my artwork has evolved, I guess, if you want to put it that way. As that evolved, I began to finish the artwork all around. So instead of just one side, I would flip it over and I would do the back side as well. So there's the initial story on the front, and then on the back side, I just doodle. Usually it's a fancy signature on the back side, but in some pieces of the artwork that I've done, there's two completely different images, and they're always telling me stories about balance, somehow about balance, whether it's life on one side and death on the other. Typically, those are the messages I'm getting. I would finish the artwork with a spray coat, and the spray coat that I had was a glossy finish, and the glossy finish has a really good effect with the fluorescent properties. So it really makes it pop out or stand. It looks like it's wet. We'll put it that way. And then with the inks, the glossy finish doesn't work as well. So I've gone with a matte finish, and that just really I don't know. It's amazing what that finish will do in terms of bringing out the artwork and some of the details in the grains. I also write graphic novels based on Anishinaabe legends, and I do all of the artwork and the illustrations, and I tell the stories. I do all the script, and that's what I want to finish. That's my goal. I've finished 64 pages of 1,200 pages so far, so I got a few left to do, and I'm thinking that if I could make a living selling art, all I would do is work on the book. That's all I would do is work on finishing up my graphic novel series. If you asked me 4 years ago when I turned 50, and I was sitting there spilling ink on a piece of wood, I never would have been able to predict that I'd be here today, sitting in Prince George, having an exhibit of my artwork in a small gallery. I never would have dreamed of that. That was never something that I had envisioned. Despite having, being able to see all these weird things, I never saw that. What I hear a lot of people telling me, oh, I'm just waiting for my big chance. Oh, I'm waiting for my big break. I'm going to be discovered, and I used to be like that. I used to think, oh yeah, my break's going to happen someday. Yeah, something's going to happen someday, and this is going to be it, and I'm just waiting for it to happen. Well, no, that's never going to happen if you're just going to wait around for it. You're going to wait around forever, right? You have to go out and get it. It just seems since I've been here, there's one opportunity after another, after another, after another, and so many things, so many good things are happening. So I see, if anything, the future is going to be bright. Yeah, the future is going to be good. Yeah.
That's all for this segment of Arts North. If you're interested in seeing Darin's work, his exhibition, Seeing Things in a Different Light, Changing Perspectives, is on at the Feature Gallery in Studio 2880 until May 9th, 2019. For future segments of Arts North, stay connected via Shaw Spotlight and Take 5 Media on YouTube. Well, that's it for me. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching Arts North. I'm going to create, and I hope you do too.